The ability to stay focused is not a skill we are born with. It's a discipline we cultivate through conscious effort and practice. Focus requires intentionality, a deliberate act of choosing what deserves your time, energy, and attention. In a world full of distractions where everything around us competes for our mind space, staying focused demands that we actively take control of our environment, our thoughts, and our actions. Without focus, even the most ambitious goals can remain out of reach, not because they're impossible, but because our scattered attention keeps us from making consistent progress toward them. Focus begins with clarity. You cannot focus on what you cannot define. To cultivate intentional focus, you first need to identify your priorities. What do you truly want? What matters most in your life, career or relationships? Without this clarity, you risk spreading your energy across too many directions, diluting your efforts, and ultimately achieving little. Clarity gives focus its target. It ensures that your energy is directed toward the areas that will have the most significant impact, whether that's mastering a skill, building a career, or improving your health. But even with clear priorities, focus doesn't happen by accident. It requires a set of habits and practices that protect your time and attention from the constant pull of distractions. One of the most effective ways to maintain focus is by setting boundaries. Boundaries are not restrictions, they are tools of empowerment. They protect what matters by creating space for the important tasks and eliminating the unnecessary. This could mean scheduling specific times for deep work, turning off notifications, or physically removing distractions from your environment. It could also mean saying no to requests or commitments that don't align with your goals. Saying no is not a sign of weakness or selfishness. It's a declaration of your commitment to what truly matters. The power of focus lies in its ability to compound your efforts over time. Imagine shining a magnifying glass on a piece of paper under the sun. The paper doesn't burn because of the sunlight alone. It burns because the magnifying glass concentrates the sun's rays into a single powerful point. That's what focus does. It takes your efforts, your talents, and your energy and concentrates them into a laser-like beam capable of achieving extraordinary results. Without focus, your energy dissipates. With it, you can accomplish far more in a shorter amount of time than you ever thought possible. However, maintaining focus isn't just about managing your environment, it's also about managing your mind. Our thoughts are often our biggest distractions. How many times have you sat down to work on something important, only to find your mind wandering related worries, fears, or random ideas? This mental chatter can be just as disruptive as external distractions, if not more so. To combat this, you need to train your mind to stay present. Practices like mindfulness, meditation, or simply taking a few deep breaths before starting a task can help you anchor your attention to the present moment. When you catch your mind drifting, gently redirect it back to the task at hand without judgment. Over time, this practice strengthens your ability to focus for longer periods. Another key aspect of intentional focus is aligning your daily actions with your long-term goals. It's easy to get caught up in the busyness of life, mistaking activity for productivity. But not all tasks are created equal. Some move you closer to your goals, while others merely fill your time. Being intentional with your focus means regularly evaluating your actions and asking yourself, is this bringing me closer to where I want to be? If the answer is no, it's time to recess and redirect your energy toward more meaningful pursuits. Intentional focus also means being patient with the process. In today's fast-paced world, we're conditioned to expect instant results, but real, lasting success takes time. It requires consistent effort day after day, often without immediate rewards. This is where focus becomes a test of your commitment. Can you stay disciplined when progress feels slow? Can you keep showing up, putting in the work, and trusting that the results will come? Patience is not passive, it's an active form of focus that keeps you moving forward, even when the finish line feels far away. Of course, staying focused is easier said than done. There will be days when distractions win, when your mind feels scattered, or when your motivation wanes. On those days, it's important to remember that focus is not about perfection, it's about persistence. It's about recognizing when you veered off course and making the choice to return to what matters. Every time you bring your attention back to your goals, you strengthen your ability to focus. Over time, this creates a snowball effect where staying focused becomes less of a struggle and more of a habit tied to your sense of purpose. When you have a strong why, clear reason for pursuing your goals, it becomes easier to resist distractions. Your why serves as an anchor, grounding you in your mission and reminding you of the bigger picture. It gives your focus meaning and makes the sacrifices worthwhile. Without a purpose, focus feels like effort without reward. But when you're driven by a powerful why, focus becomes second nature because you know exactly what you're working toward and why it matters. In conclusion, intentional focus is not something that happens to you, it's something you create. It's a discipline that requires clarity, boundaries, patience, and persistence. It's about choosing moment by moment to direct your energy toward what truly matters and letting go of everything that doesn't. When you learn to focus your mind with intentionality, you unlock the power to achieve your greatest goals and live a life of purpose and fulfillment. The distractions will always be there, but so will your ability to rise above them. The choice is yours. Focusing your mind is as much about what you let go of as it is about what you pursue. Often the weight that holds us back isn't external, it's internal. It's the lingering doubts, the unresolved fears and regrets of yesterday, and the anxieties about tomorrow. These mental burdens can clutter your thoughts, drain your energy, and keep you from moving forward. To truly focus, you must let go of negativity. You must create space in your mind for clarity, growth, and purpose. Letting go isn't a one-time act. It's a continuous process of recognizing and releasing what no longer serves you. Negativity comes in many forms. It can be the voice in your head that tells you you're not good enough. It can be the fear of failure that stops you from taking a chance. It can be the toxic influence of others who criticize your dreams or belittle your efforts. While these forces are different, they share a common trait. They feed on your energy and rob you of your ability to focus on what truly matters. The first step to letting go of negativity is recognizing its presence. You can't fight an enemy you don't see. Pay attention to your thoughts, feelings, and reactions. When negativity surfaces, ask yourself, where is this coming from? Is it helping me or is it holding me back? One of those pervasive forms of negativity is self-doubt. It creeps into your mind in moments of uncertainty and whispers that you're not capable, that others are more talented, or that success is out of reach. But self-doubt is a liar. It thrives on fear and insecurity, but it has no real power unless you give it power. The antidote to self-doubt is self-belief. You combat it by reminding yourself of your strengths, your achievements, and your resilience. You've overcome challenges before, and you can do it again. Letting go of self-doubt means choosing to trust yourself even when the path ahead is unclear. Fear is another form of negativity that can paralyze your focus. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. While fear is a natural response to uncertainty, it doesn't have to control you. Letting go of fear starts with understanding it. Fear often exaggerates the worst-case scenario, making obstacles seem bigger than they are. Challenge your fears by asking, what's the worst that could happen? And if it does, how will I handle it? Most of the time, the answers reveal that your fears are less overwhelming than they seem. By facing your fears instead of avoiding them, you take away their power and reclaim your focus. The negativity we hold on to isn't always our own. Sometimes it's the opinions and expectations of others. People around you, friends, family, colleagues might project their doubts, fears, or insecurities onto you. They might tell you that your dreams are unrealistic or that you should settle for less. While their intentions might not be malicious, their words can plant seeds of doubt in your mind. Letting go of this negativity means setting boundaries. It means valuing your voice above theirs. It means recognizing that their opinions are a reflection of their limitations, not yours. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, who believe in your potential, and who challenge you to grow. The company you keep has a profound impact on your mindset. Regret is another heavy burden that can cloud your focus. We've all made mistakes. We've all missed opportunities or taken paths we later wish we hadn't, but dwelling on the past won't change it. What's done is done. The question is, what will you do now? Letting go of regret means forgiving yourself. It means accepting that you're human, that you've learned from your experiences, and that you're capable of making better choices moving forward. Use your regrets as lessons, not anchors. They're reminders of how far you've come and what you're capable of overcoming. So anxiety about the future can also steal your focus. Worrying about what might go wrong or whether you'll succeed takes your attention away from the present moment, the only place where you have the power to act. Letting go of anxiety means shifting your focus from what you can't control to what you can. It means trusting the process and believing that your efforts today will lead to results tomorrow. When you focus on doing your best in the here and now, you build confidence and momentum, reducing the grip of anxiety over time. Letting go of negativity is not about ignoring challenges or pretending that everything is fine. It's about acknowledging what's weighing you down and choosing to release it. It's about making room for positivity, hope, and determination. When you let go of what doesn't serve you, you free up mental and emotional energy that can be directed toward your goals. You create a mindset that is resilient, focused, and empowered. The process of letting go takes practice. It's not always easy, and there will be days when negativity creeps back in. When that happens, remind yourself of your purpose. Remind yourself of the vision you're working toward. Negativity has no place in a mind that is focused on growth and achievement. Each time you let go of a negative thought or feeling, you strengthen your ability to stay focused on what matters most. Ultimately, letting go of negativity is an act of self-care. It's about valuing your peace, your energy, and your dreams enough to protect them. It's about choosing to rise above the noise and chaos around you and within you. When you let go of negativity, you make space for clarity, confidence, and purpose. You create the conditions for focus to flourish, enabling you to take bold, determined steps toward the life you want. Negativity might knock on your door, but you don't have to invite it in. Choose to let it go and watch how much lighter, freer, and more focused you become. The way you perceive the world has a profound impact on your ability to focus and your overall success. Your perspective shapes how you respond to challenges, setbacks, and opportunities. Often, our perception of a situation dictates whether we view it as a barrier or a stepping stone. Shifting your perspective, changing how you choose to see things can be one of the most powerful tools for cultivating a focused, resilient mindset. Challenges are an inevitable part of life. Everyone encounters obstacles, whether in their personal life, career, or relationships. However, what separates those who succeed from those who struggle is their ability to view these challenges differently. Rather than seeing obstacles as something to avoid or fear, shift your perspective to see them as opportunities for growth. Every challenge is a chance to learn something new about yourself, to test your limits, and to develop skills that will serve you in the future. This shift in mindset doesn't make obstacles disappear, but it transforms them into valuable experiences that contribute to your development. Take, for example, a difficult project at work or an ambitious goal you're trying to toward. The initial reaction might be frustration, stress, or a sense of being overwhelmed. You might feel that the task is too big, too complex, or beyond your ability. But what if, instead of focusing on how impossible it feels, you viewed it as an opportunity to grow, to push your boundaries, and to stretch yourself in ways you never have before? The moment you change how you perceive the challenge, it becomes more manageable, less daunting, and more achievable. Your focus shifts from the difficulty of the task to the growth it will bring, and that shift changes everything. Another key aspect of perspective is how we see ourselves in relation to the world. Many people struggle to maintain focus because they don't believe in their own potential. Negative self-talk, past failures, and the judgments of others can cloud your sense of capability. But your potential isn't defined by past mistakes or external opinions, it's defined by the choices you make today. When you change your perspective to see yourself as capable, resourceful, and adaptable, your ability to focus intensifies. You stop wasting energy doubting your abilities and start using that energy to take purposeful action toward your goals. This shift in perspective can also help you stay focused in the face of adversity. Life rarely goes according to plan, and things won't always unfold the way you expect. But when you adopt a mindset that is flexible and solution-oriented, challenges become less of a threat and more of a puzzle to solve. This perspective allows you to bounce back more quickly from setbacks, stay focused on your end goal, and keep moving forward even when things don't go as anticipated. Rather than becoming consumed with frustration or disappointment, you see obstacles as temporary and solvable problems that require creative thinking and persistence. Perspective also influences how we react to the opinions and actions of others. It's easy to get distracted by the judgments, criticisms, or negative energy of those around us. People may not always understand your goals, your journey, or your choices, and their reactions can sometimes cause doubt or confusion. However, when you shift your perspective to understand that the opinions of others reflect their own experiences, limitations, and fears, you stop internalizing their views as truth. Their criticism is not a reflection of your worth or your abilities, but a reflection of where they are in their own lives. By recognizing this, you free yourself from the emotional pull of their negativity and maintain your focus on your own path. Sometimes we also get stuck because we focus too much on the end result instead of the process. We get overwhelmed by the weight of a long journey and lose sight of the small steps that will get us there. Shifting your perspective from focusing on the ultimate goal to focusing on the present task allows you to break down large, daunting projects into manageable pieces. Instead of fixating on how far you have to go, you focus on what you can do today. This shift helps reduce the feeling of being overwhelmed and makes it easier to stay engaged, productive, and motivated. The process becomes a reward in itself. Shifting your perspective is not just about looking at challenges differently, it's also about how you view success and failure. Society often defines success as achieving a certain status, acquiring wealth, or obtaining external validation. However, real success is about alignment, living in a way that reflects your true values and purpose. When you change your perspective to focus on the progress you've made rather than the destination you haven't yet reached, you develop a healthier, more sustainable view of success. Success becomes a journey, not a destination, and this mindset shift frees you from the pressure of constantly having to prove yourself. It allows you to stay focused on the things that really matter: your growth, your purpose, and your fulfillment. Furthermore, changing your perspective can lead to a more positive and empowering outlook on life. When you view setbacks as temporary, challenges as opportunities, and progress as a journey rather than a race, you open yourself up to greater resilience, peace of mind, and focus. You begin to see the world not as a place full of obstacles, but as a canvas of possibilities. This positive mindset not only helps you stay focused on your goals, but also keeps you motivated and energized to continue the hard work required to achieve them. Perspective also plays a crucial role in how we deal with time. Often we waste time on things that are not in alignment with our priorities simply because we don't see the bigger picture. A shift in perspective allows you to be more mindful of how you spend your time and whether it aligns with your goals. It prompts you to be more intentional with your actions and choices, ensuring that every moment contributes to your purpose. When you recognize that time is a finite resource, you become more focused and disciplined in how you use it. Finally, perspective is a powerful tool when it comes to staying focused in a world full of distractions. It's easy to get sidetracked by the noise of modern life, the constant flow of information, the pressure to be everywhere and do everything. However, by shifting your perspective to understand that distractions are inevitable but manageable, you create the mental clarity needed to stay on track. You realize that you don't have to engage with every distraction that comes your way. Instead, you focus on what aligns with your goals and you allow everything else to fall away. In conclusion, changing your perspective is one of the most impactful ways to cultivate focus, resilience, and success. It's about recognizing that challenges, setbacks, and distractions are all part of the journey, and how you choose to view them makes all the difference. By shifting your perspective, you empower yourself to face obstacles with determination, bounce back from setbacks with resilience, and stay focused on your true purpose. Perspective shapes your experience, and when you learn to control it, you gain the power to shape your life in a way that reflects your deepest desires and goals. The ability to stay focused and achieve meaningful results requires more than just intention and hard work. It also demands a deep sense of commitment to the process. Commitment is what keeps you on track when the initial excitement fades and when challenges arise. It's the inner resolve that pushes you to keep moving forward even when the road ahead looks uncertain or when results seem distant. Commitment is the driving force behind consistency, and consistency is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who fall short. When you commit to something, you make a promise not just to others, but to yourself. You choose to give your time, your effort, and your energy to a cause, knowing that the journey will require sacrifice, discipline, and persistence. This promise isn't always easy to keep, especially when distractions, doubts, or setbacks occur. But true commitment means sticking to your plan, even when the external circumstances don't go as expected. It's about building a mindset that understands that obstacles are part of the process, not signs that you should quit. In fact, commitment grows stronger when you face and overcome adversity. Each challenge you conquer reaffirms your dedication and deepens your resolve. The key to staying committed is understanding that success is not instant. It's the result of consistent effort over time. We live in a world that often promises quick results and instant gratification. But real progress is made in the small, incremental steps you take every day. Each choice you make, each action you take, builds upon the one before it. When you are committed, you understand that every day matters, even when the results are not immediately visible. This perspective helps you maintain focus during periods when progress feels slow or imperceptible. The commitment to your long-term vision allows you to push through temporary frustration and continue working toward the bigger picture. A major part of commitment is aligning your actions with your values and goals. It's about being intentional with how you spend your time and energy. If you are truly committed to something, your actions must reflect that commitment. This means making choices that support your goals and eliminating distractions that can pull you off course. It may require sacrifices such as saying no to activities or opportunities that are not aligned with your mission. In the long run, these sacrifices pay off because every moment you dedicate to your goals brings you closer to achieving them. Being committed doesn't mean blindly following a path without adjustments. It's about being flexible and adaptable while remaining steadfast in your overall direction. Commitment is not rigid, it's dynamic. There will be times when the plan needs to be adjusted, and that's okay. In fact, being committed to your goal means being willing to reassess and find new strategies when things aren't working. The key is not to give up, but to adapt, learn, and keep going. In this way, commitment is not only about persistence, but also about resilience, the ability to bounce back when things don't go as planned. One of the strongest drivers of commitment is passion. When you are passionate about something, it becomes much easier to commit. Passion fuels the determination to keep going even when times are tough. It provides you with the energy and the motivation to push through the difficult days. However, passion alone isn't enough. Commitment is what sustains passion over time. Passion can fuel you at the beginning, but commitment is what allows you to continue working toward your goal long after the initial excitement fades. When your passion meets commitment, you tap into a powerful force that helps you keep going, regardless of the challenges. Another key aspect of commitment is accountability. When you are committed to a goal, you take ownership of your actions. You recognize that your progress is dependent on the choices you make. Accountability keeps you focused, helping you stay on track and ensuring that you don't let distractions or procrastination derail your efforts. It can be helpful to share your goals with someone who will hold you accountable, whether that's a mentor, a friend, or a colleague. Having someone to check in with creates an added layer of responsibility, and the external accountability can help you stay consistent even when your motivation wanes. Sometimes commitment can feel like a lonely road, especially when the journey is long and the rewards seem far away. During these times, it's crucial to reconnect with your why. Why did you commit to this goal in the first place? What motivates you? Whether it's a desire to improve your life, help others, or achieve a personal milestone, your why is the driving force that keeps you going when the external results are not yet evident. Reconnecting with your purpose re-energizes your commitment and helps you overcome any feelings of doubt or frustration. One of the most important things to remember about commitment is that it's a choice. It's easy to get distracted by other opportunities or to lose focus when things aren't going as planned. But commitment is about choosing to stay the course, regardless of the challenges or temptations that come your way. It's the act of continually choosing your goal and your values, even when it's hard. When you understand that commitment is a choice, you realize that you have the power to shape your own success. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment or the right circumstances. It's about deciding to commit to your vision no matter what. It's also important to acknowledge that commitment doesn't mean perfection. There will be times when you stumble, make mistakes, or fall short of your expectations. However, these moments don't define your ability to stay committed. What matters is that you get back on track and continue moving forward. Commitment is not about never failing, it's about never giving up. Each time you recover from a setback and keep working toward your goal, you reinforce your commitment and prove to yourself that you are capable of achieving great things. Finally, commitment builds momentum. When you commit to something, even on the toughest days, you build momentum that propels you forward. The more consistent you are, the more natural it becomes to stay on track. Commitment doesn't just help you reach your destination, it helps you become the person you need to be to achieve success. As you stay committed and keep moving forward, you begin to see the results of your work, which strengthens your focus and fuels your desire to keep going. This momentum helps you power through challenges and continue striving toward your ultimate goal. In conclusion, commitment is the foundation of all success. It's what keeps you focused, motivated, and on track, even when things get difficult. Commitment means choosing to stay dedicated to your goals, aligning your actions with your values, and pushing forward even when the rewards seem distant. It's about persistence, resilience, and accountability. When you commit to something, you take ownership of your path and you empower yourself to overcome obstacles, stay focused, and achieve the success you set out to reach. The journey to achieving success requires not only hard work and commitment, but also the ability to focus on the long-term vision while staying grounded in the present moment. Often people become discouraged because they fail to see immediate results. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that success should be instant or that a lack of visible progress means you're failing. However, the truth is that true success isn't measured by immediate rewards, but by consistent, deliberate effort over time. It's essential to understand that success is a gradual process. And the key to staying focused during this journey is to embrace the concept of delayed gratification. Delayed gratification is the ability to resist the temptation for an immediate reward and wait for later, often greater reward. It's a crucial skill in the pursuit of long-term goals. This concept is particularly important because in today's world, we're surrounded by distractions that encourage instant results, whether it's social media, fast food, or quick fixes for personal problems. We live in a world of instant gratification, and this can create unrealistic expectations. When it comes to meaningful, lasting success, there are no shortcuts, and learning to delay gratification is essential to staying focused on your objectives. The first step in developing the ability to delay gratification is recognizing the value of long-term rewards. It's easy to be distracted by short-term pleasures that may feel good in the moment, but offer little long-term satisfaction. For example, scrolling through social media may provide instant entertainment, but it ultimately takes away time and energy from tasks that are crucial to your goals. Similarly, choosing to take a break when you know you should be working on your project may give you temporary relief, but can delay your progress in the long run. When you train your mind to see the bigger picture, you begin to value long-term achievements over immediate comforts. This shift in perspective is the first step toward mastering delayed gratification. However, delaying gratification is not always easy. It requires self-control and discipline, which can be challenging, especially when the rewards are not immediately visible. There will be times when the temptation to give in to short-term pleasures feels overwhelming, and this is where building mental strength and resilience comes into play. The key is to stay focused on the why behind your goals. Why did you start this journey in the first place? What is the long-term vision that you're working toward? When you have a clear and compelling vision for your future, it becomes easier to resist the temptation to settle for fleeting pleasures. Every time you make a choice that aligns with your long-term goals, you reinforce your commitment and strengthen your ability to stay focused. One of the biggest challenges people face in delaying gratification is the fear of missing out. Society constantly tells us that we need to be constantly entertained, always in the loop, and always seeking the next quick fix. But true success often requires moments of discomfort, discipline, and sacrifice. It means learning to say no to things that don't contribute to your greater vision, even when it feels like everyone else is enjoying them. The discomfort you feel in the moment is temporary, but the rewards that come from staying focused and disciplined will last much longer. When you understand that the rewards you're working toward are far more fulfilling than the fleeting pleasures of instant gratification, it becomes easier to make decisions that align with your goals. Delaying gratification also requires patience. In a world that rewards quick results, patience is an undervalued virtue. However, the ability to wait for your desired outcomes is essential to achieving long-term success. Patience allows you to stay focused on the process rather than obsessing over the end result. When you're patient, you understand that success is built on small, incremental steps. Every action, no matter how small, is a step toward your goal. Instead of getting discouraged when results don't come immediately, you stay engaged with the process, knowing that every effort you make is contributing to your overall success. This mindset helps you stay focused on what you can control your actions and prevents you from becoming distracted by things outside of your control. Another important element of delayed gratification is self-reflection. When you're committed to long-term success, it's important to regularly assess your progress. Are you staying on track with your goals? Are you making decisions that support your vision? Self-reflection allows you to evaluate whether the sacrifices you're making are yielding desired results. It also provides you with the opportunity to adjust your approach if necessary. Sometimes we may get too caught up in the grind and lose sight of why we started in the first place. Regular self-reflection helps you stay aligned with your values and reminds you of the bigger picture, making it easier to stay focused and patient during the journey. The role of delayed gratification is also essential when it comes to building resilience. As you work toward long-term goals, there will be setbacks, failures, and moments of doubt. These challenges are part of the journey, and it's easy to become discouraged when things don't go as planned. However, the ability to delay gratification helps you build resilience because it teaches you to endure discomfort and persist through difficulty. When you're focused on the long-term reward, setbacks become less discouraging and you develop the strength to push through tough times. Each time you resist the urge to quit or to give in to distractions, you build the mental toughness required to stay on course no matter the challenges you face. In addition to resilience, delaying gratification helps you develop better decision-making skills. It's easy to make impulsive decisions when you're seeking immediate rewards, but these decisions may not always align with your goals. Learning to resist instant gratification forces you to think carefully about your choices. You begin to weigh the long-term consequences of your actions rather than giving in to momentary desires. This conscious decision-making process improves your ability to stay focused and aligned with your goals, ultimately leading to better outcomes. The importance of delayed gratification cannot be overstated. When you master the ability to resist short-term temptations and stay focused on the bigger picture, you create a foundation for success that is built on discipline, patience, and perseverance. It's about understanding that true achievement takes time and that the rewards you seek will come with consistent, sustained effort. In a world that often values speed and instant results, the ability to focus on long-term goals and delayed gratification is a powerful tool that can set you apart from the crowd. In conclusion, delaying gratification is a critical skill for achieving lasting success. It's about making choices that align with your long-term vision and understanding that the road to success requires patience, discipline, and resilience. While the world may push you to seek quick rewards, focusing on long-term goals and delaying immediate gratification will ultimately lead to thriving, fulfillment, and achievement. The process may not always be easy, but the rewards are worth the effort. By embracing delayed gratification, you position yourself for long-term success and a life of meaningful accomplishment. Success is not just a matter of working hard in the short term and expecting instant rewards. It is about the cultivation of a mindset that appreciates the value of consistency, patience, and resilience, understanding that the real fruits of labor often come after sustained effort over time. One of the most powerful concepts that can help reinforce this is the principle of not just waiting for success to come, but actively making it happen through daily disciplined action. This is the core of the idea that your actions must align with your long-term goals in a way that is not based on immediate gratification or external validation, but is instead rooted in a deeper, intrinsic understanding of the rewards of perseverance. The path to success requires an unshakable dedication to consistent effort. Often people start their journey full of enthusiasm, filled with optimism, and ready to take on the world. But as time goes on, the initial excitement fades and the road gets more difficult. This is where the difference between those who succeed and those who give up is made. It is easy to begin something with passion, but it is hard to continue when the results are not immediately visible. This is where the power of consistency comes into play. Those who can continue to show up day after day, even when they don't see the outcome of their efforts, are the ones who achieve their goals. Success is not about making big, dramatic moves. It is about making the small, everyday decisions that move you closer to your objectives. In order to embrace consistency, it is necessary to understand that success doesn't happen overnight. It is built upon the foundation of small victories, daily habits, and long-term vision. Each action, no matter how small, contributes to the bigger picture. The power of consistency lies in its ability to add up over time. When you keep showing up, even when things get tough, you're building momentum. Momentum is a force that helps carry you forward even when your energy might be low or your motivation begins to wane. It works much like the concept of compound interest. Small incremental efforts consistently applied lead to large gains over time. Every task you complete, every challenge you face, and every setback you overcome is a step forward, even if it doesn't feel like it in the moment. But how do you stay consistent when the rewards don't come immediately? The key lies in developing the right mindset. It's about shifting your focus away from the immediate result and focusing instead on the process itself. The journey becomes as important as the destination. When you're committed to a long-term vision, the daily effort becomes a means of growth and improvement, rather than a chore or a race for instant results. Every day you spend improving, even incrementally, gets you closer to your ultimate goal. This mindset shift requires you to trust in the process, knowing that your effort will compound over time to deliver the results you seek. It's not about what happens right now, but about what happens over the course of months and years. When you adopt this mindset, you can maintain consistency even when results are not immediately apparent. Furthermore, to maintain consistency, you must eliminate distractions and maintain focus. But one of the biggest challenges people face in today's world is the constant barrage of distractions that pull attention away from meaningful, productive tasks. From social media notifications to the pressure to respond to every email or phone call, it can be difficult to stay on task. The ability to block out distractions and concentrate fully on the task at hand is essential to success. When you focus on the task at hand, you not only make better progress, but also save energy and time. This focus is what allows you to apply consistent effort toward your goal without being sidetracked by the daily chaos of life. Maintaining focus is also about understanding that not everything is urgent or important. In order to stay consistent in your work, it's essential to learn to say no to the things that will take away from your long-term goals. Saying no isn't about being selfish or shutting others out. It's about making conscious choices that align with your greater vision. The ability to prioritize and focus on what truly matters is a critical part of being consistent. Every time you choose to say no to a distraction or a task that doesn't align with your goal, you reinforce your commitment and dedication. Another key to maintaining consistency is building a routine that supports your goals. Routines provide structure and help you stay on track. When you create habits that support your objectives, you eliminate the need to make decisions about what you should be doing each day. The decision is already made for you, whether it's working out in the morning, writing for an hour every evening, or dedicating specific times to study or practice. Routines help ensure that you are consistently taking action. The more you incorporate your goals into your daily life, the more automatic your progress becomes. Success is built by doing things day after day, even when it feels mundane. Routines turn effort into second nature, making the process easier to maintain over time. However, consistency doesn't mean rigidity. While routines are essential, flexibility is equally important. Life is unpredictable, and things don't always go as planned. Sometimes setbacks happen, and sometimes you need to adjust your approach. What matters is not how rigidly you stick to a plan, but how well you adapt and continue to move forward despite challenges. When you encounter obstacles, don't give up on the process, find another way to stay consistent. Whether that means adjusting your schedule, finding new methods to approach a task, or overcoming emotional roadblocks, flexibility helps you remain focused and consistent without being discouraged by setbacks. Consistency also requires self-discipline. Discipline is the ability to stay focused on your goals and not be swayed by the distractions and temptations that come your way. It's about making sacrifices in the short term to achieve something greater in the long term. This can be difficult, especially when immediate rewards seem so tempting. But self-discipline is what allows you to keep your eyes on the prize and maintain the consistency needed to reach your objectives. It is an ongoing practice that requires you to continuously remind yourself of your greater purpose, the reason why you're putting in all this effort in the first place. Ultimately, consistency is the secret to achieving long-term success. It's the habit of showing up day in and day out, doing the work even when the results aren't immediately visible. It's about embracing the process, trusting in the journey, and being patient with yourself. Success isn't a one-time event. It's the culmination of countless efforts made over time. It's about sticking with it, even when things get tough. Knowing that every step forward, no matter how small, is a step closer to your goal. By committing to consistency, you unlock the power to achieve the success you've always desired. In conclusion, success is not achieved by sporadic bursts of effort or relying on the thrill of instant results. It's about the steady, consistent effort that compounds over time. When you embrace consistency, eliminate distractions, and focus on the process, you set yourself up for success. Every small effort you make today leads to bigger rewards tomorrow. And with each step you take, you're moving closer to achieving your goals. Success doesn't come overnight, but with consistent effort, it is inevitable.